just throw straight at it with the low ceiling shot. So I'm gonna go straight at it. Try and get it to stick up there. Very, very bad. Should save a par. I pulled that way out wide. It's gonna have to be a putt. But within range. Edge of circle putt on an elevated basket. No warm up to start the day. Making this will be a good way to set this round in motion. Man, I booked my vacation for this week just so that I could have as much time to disc golf as possible, and it's supposed to rain every single day for the entirety of the day. So it's a little bit of a choice to drive out to Brantford, which is an hour away, but there's like a 3-hour window where it's not supposed to rain. And I'm like, this is my chance. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna play it. And I'm glad I did. The weather's awesome. So I'm hoping I can still get to Paris after this, but that might be pushing it. We'll see. Hole 3, 252 feet. It is fairly straight, a little bit tucked into the right. So I'm going to go with a theory on a hyzer flip and hope to just get the initial gap and drift over towards the basket. I'm happy if I have a look at it on this hole. Oh no. Oh my goodness. That gap was absolutely massive and I hit the first tree. That does not feel good. Oh, why did I do that? Hole 4, it looks like it's in the shorts position, which is 252 feet. I haven't seen it in the shorts position in a very long time. This course used to be quite short back when I used to play it a long time ago, but they've recently expanded the area that they have for the course, and they've added to it quite a bit to make it much longer. So now it's a much longer and kind of a little bit more challenging of a course, which is really nice. I'm glad to see that like even some of the older courses in Ontario are still evolving when we get the chance. So this one's 252. I'm gonna throw a hex. I'm just gonna go with a hyzer at it. That's where I feel the most confident. It is a little bit of a tailwind, but I figure if I just aim for the biggest gap, because I seem to be I just need to warm up. Just need to get things going. There we go. That was a little sawed off, but oh, never mind. I was gonna say I have a putt, and then a flare skipped another 30 feet. All right, hole 5, 250 feet straight ahead. It seems like the baskets are in the short positions. UDisc says everything's in the longs, and it usually is the longs for the summer. So I think that'll be good to kind of see that. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go with the theory. Just try and get it there. There's not many obstacles here, so. That's looking pretty good. Birdie. Hole 6, this one's in the longs. It's at 321 feet, and you have a choose your path adventure one. You can go to the left side of the tree in the middle or the right side of the tree in the middle. I'm going to go to the right side and just throw a hyzer and try and get it down there with the trail. It might be too deep. Ooh, that is okay. Skipped very, very far. I'm surprised it skipped so much in the wet grass, but pretty happy with where that ended up. Making it look easy now. Hole 7, it's in the mids, which is about 288 feet. I'm going to go with a crave, and I have to put the camera there. There's nowhere else for it to go, so at least you can see the basket. You just won't see me for most of the throw. Oh my god. I just suck. So I put myself in a really unfortunate position. I have to go wide, and it's gonna be a bogey. Unless I can hit a hero putt. It's funny, I was going to talk about how because this course is so open, there really aren't that many bogey opportunities. But when you throw 90 degrees off course and you can't upshot to save your life, I guess there are some opportunities for bogeys. Hole 8 looks like it's 183 feet. It's just a little chip shot there. Now, the walking path is OB, and I know that it runs fairly close to the basket. So I'm just going to throw an envy, try and go through the inside gap, and just be short, I think, is the play. Or be very long. Hit the tree. I don't know if that's good. We'll see. So I crossed the walking path, which I don't believe is OB, but it probably should be. So for birdie. Hole 9, it's 241 feet and an island hole. The island, you need to make it across the walking path. Anything past the walking path is okay. So I'm going to go NV and just try and get across the walking path. That's probably the best throw I've had today. I went a little far, but this is not OB. Oh my goodness. So, front 9 recap, I am a -1, and everything feels off. My entire game feels absolutely terrible, like I'm like just clunky and uncoordinated and off, but that's okay. Getting some exercise, and I find that when you're in kind of this sort of situation, it's best to try and work through it because it happens a lot, and you need to find ways to kind of fix it as you go along. So that's going to be the goal now, and this is a really hard hole to try and figure it out. This is 348 feet. It's hole 10, 348 feet, and it's way down on the left. Now, the smart play is to hang something out to the right that's just safe, do your chip shot, and take a par. I know that at my upshots, I have zero confidence in them, so I have to do the super risky play and take the inside line and try and get the flex shot all the way there. Um, it's the most likely thing if I hit one of the early trees is a bogey if I do that, but it's a chance that I just have to take. So like I was saying earlier, one of the best things that you can do is just lay it up to the right-hand side. That way you have a clear look at the basket and you can go for your 3. And that's exactly what I did right there. Ooh! Still a bogey, but that was a good shot. I might have lied when I said it'd still be a bogey. I skipped half a kilometer into Narnia. Saved my bogey. Back on track. Hole 11, 222 feet on an elevated basket. I'm now back to even. I think my goal is to just finish below par or even at par. I'd be pretty happy with how I'm playing today. And I think that's achievable and gives me an opportunity to get back on track. Here, I think I'm just going to toss a little baby hyzer around the side and then let it kind of work its way towards the basket. There. And I pulled it way outside again, just like on the last elevated basket. Just like those little tiny things with my throw that are just off. It makes it very challenging to do anything, really. So I've got another kind of edge of circle or probably 27-foot putt on an elevated basket into a headwind. And I have to run. I have to go for the birdie. But with how like just sloppy everything's been feeling, the only thing that I have in my head right now is just missing, and then ending any hope that I have of like coming back. So I need to get that out of my head and just focus on execution. Just focus on what I do every time. that's how the round's going, but I did what I needed to do, and I'm happy with it, even if the result kind of sucked. So we got hole 12, 225 feet downhill. Again, you got kind of like the choose your own adventure basket. Now, the safe play for par is the hyzer, but I need birdies. So I'm going to aim at the picnic table and then just have it hopefully fade a little bit to the right. I'm going to go with the Aquarian. I find like when I'm need strokes, I need to use discs that I trust. And there's a bit of a headwind, so it should push to the right naturally so I can focus on just getting kind of flat. And let's just get there. Oh my God. Ugh, man. Still giving myself a tester putt. Par feels good. Par feels good. So we got hole 13. It is 392 feet uphill. I got a bit of a tailwind, so I'm going to go with the D2, and I'm going to try and hang it around the outside. This is one that I absolutely must par. Taking a bogey here will make finishing around par very challenging. So I'm just going to try a hyzer around the outside to get as much distance up there as I possibly can, and then I'll worry about the upshot. That might be a putt. So I lied on the tee pad. This is definitely the 300-foot position because I outdrove that by about 50 feet. And there is no shot that I outdrove a 392-foot pin uphill by 50 feet. Oh, well, I wanted to run that and it just didn't fade. So hole 14, it's 192 feet, tucked in around the right. You don't want to go too right because then you're down this hill that goes towards the Grand River and it's kind of jail. So I'm just going to throw something straight and have it fade gently. And I'm going to go with the a standstill so I don't juice it. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. Hole 15, it's 192 feet and it's through there, like it's way to the right. It's like almost like a spike forehand. I was debating a PA5 turnover, but no, actually I'm gonna do a PA5 turnover. I was gonna say flexing something overstable seems like it's more reliable, but the PA5 has worked magic so far, so I'll stick with that and just try and get it out and the space to turn over. I got that way too straight. Okay. A little bit of a death putt. Yeah, I'm gonna lay this one up. Let's see what happened if I ran it. I think I made the right choice. So hole 16, it's either 390 feet or 272 feet over to the left. This one I definitely need to par. So the only way I could do that is to get some distance straight down and then have something that fades to the right. So I'm going to go wraith. And the idea here is I just need to hit that initial gap. And if I go too straight, that's fine. Early left is bad. Early right is very bad. So I'm going to do a hyzer the whole way, I think. No, I got to go flat. That is very good. Skip. All right, I'm either at the shorts or in range of the longs. Looks like it was the middle position, so neither of the ones that I said. But the short key is there and the long key is further, so it must be the one in the middle. Layup time, because I can't get the putt high enough with that ceiling. Par, and I'm happy with it. So the last hole was apparently a par 4 according to UDisc, but it also had it in the long position, so I think it's still a par 3 from the mid position. Now, hole 17, it is 249 feet, and it's just straight through this kind of set of trees. I think having something that goes straight and then just fades in towards it at the end is the best play. So I'm going to try that with the hex. That should be parked. That should be really good. And that is a park job. I will take it. Hole 18, 261 feet, tucked up on the hill with a whole bunch of obstacles in the way. Now, I'm at -2, and my goal was just to finish under par, so I have a stroke to spare. Normally, what I would do is take the wide open big gap and have something that tries to go over to the right, but you're never going to really have a birdie opportunity with that. It's more of just like you're pitching out straight and then pitching up and then taking your par. I'm going to try and go for it. So I think the path there is a hyzer flip through that really tight gap and have something that skips up to the basket. Now, I'm still a little shaky, but it's a shot that I want to try, and it's more important to have fun than to score well. So hyzer flip up the middle. That's what I'm going for once the car's out of the way. Oh, right into the first tree. Damn. All right. Now I got like a forehand approach shot because this is. Oh, do I have the hyzer? No, not really. Forehand approach. That should be good enough. All right, putt to finish the round. So that's Mohawk Park. Absolutely fantastic course. It's very approachable for newer players. It's still fun for advanced players. The new longer layout is a lot of fun. I think the U-disc, I'm sure they moved the baskets very recently and just haven't updated the U-disc yet. So that's like my only really criticism of it. It's just I love it. It's right on the highway too. So anytime you're driving down the 403, it's like a perfect opportunity to stop, play a quick round of 18. It's not going to take you overly long. And yeah, it's fun. Strongly recommend it. And I'm going to see if I can get to Paris. I'm going to get some food first.